Welcome to the Inside Ninja at Ninja Nation Australia, where I, Luke Hard, the stunt ninja, and some very special ninja competitor guests will be commenting on our thoughts, tips, and tricks on all things Australian Ninja Warrior. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Inside Ninja, episode 1. A little bit about me. I am a season 1 and 2 Australian Ninja Warrior competitor and a season 1 semi-finalist. Season 3 and 4 and Ninja Warrior France, I was invited to join the ATS team who design and build the Ninja Warrior obstacle course in many places around the world. Privileged to work with them, really good team. Check them out on Instagram, the ATS team. My background is in gymnastics, circus, and stunts. I started training gymnastics when I was 8, and I went till I was 18 all through high school. I competed on the Australian national champion team for Victoria as a level 7 gymnast. Then at 18, when I finished high school, I went into circus. I got into the National Institute of Circus Arts, and I trained there in the bachelor program for 3 years. After graduating, I got a job in Japan for 1 year at Universal Studios, where I was a ninja in Naruto, I was an aerial performer, and also a samurai in a Halloween special show. I came back to Australia and worked as a freelance performer for 2 years, worked on some shows that were from creation to development. We toured in Brisbane called Shanghai Lady Killer. I got a job in Macau. I was in a show called The House of Dancing Water, where I performed over 1,100 shows as a house troupe performer and as a swing performer for the Fishermen. After 3 years there, I came back to Australia, and my good circus friend who had just gotten into the stunt world recommended me to follow that path, because that was something that I was looking to pursue when I was a child. So I started doing that, became a qualified stunt performer, and got into a few TV shows, Tomorrow When the War Began, and a couple of films, Ghost in the Shell and Hacksaw Ridge, and a couple of other Aussie TV dramas like Jack Irish and Romper Stomper. Then Australian Ninja Warrior was on TV, gonna be on TV, and I was like, oh, I'd love to have a crack at that. So I was on season 1 and season 2, and then they got me to work on the franchise. So the date today is 27th of July. We are in the midst of lockdown in Melbourne, and there is no one in my gym. I co-own this with my good friend Zach, and he is also a season 1 competitor. And it kind of sucks that nobody's here in this wonderful facility, but that's okay, because we get to talk to you and watch a great show. So let's run through the obstacles of Heat 1 last night. Quintuple steps was number 1. Number 2 was Tick-Tock to Cargo Net. Number 3 was Bridge of Blades, or as we like to call him, Bob. Doorknob Drop was number 4. Flying Squirrel, number 5. And then we finished off with the Warped Wall. Okay, so breakdown of what happened last night. Quintuple steps got 1 ninja. Unfortunately, that's devastating to see a ninja go on the first obstacle, but it can happen. You could see that he was thinking about the obstacles in front of that. And he just kind of neglected to just suss out the number 1 obstacle, because each obstacle can get you. Each obstacle has its own challenges. So every single one of those quintuple steps, if you haven't been on them before, they are, I think, 1.6 meters apart. So here at Ninja Nation, we set them pretty close so you can do them, but we can move them further apart so you can get a feel for more of the show distance. And it is a big jump, like doing 1 step like we saw Jake Baker streamline through, and Ashlyn Herbert, my goodness, all up one side. And you can do that. That is in the rules. That is okay by the rules this season. These ninjas have been on steps a lot, so they know how far they can jump, and they've tested it before. You don't just get to the obstacle and go, all right, I'm just going to 1-step these. I tried to do that season 1 and almost fell in. I was almost a obstacle number 1 fall in person. So then we had the Tick-Tock to Cargo Net, and there's 3 parts to this. There's a mini tramp, which involves a big jump, and you have to have quick muscles on your legs. So skipping is a really good exercise. You can do at home to work on that. And you want to be doing fast steps, fast, double tap if you can, double jumps. Second part of that was the TikTok itself, jumping on the TikTok. And as the more time you spent on that thing, the less swing you got. You had to go on the first or second swing. Nobody went on the first swing that I know of, but we had the second swing and then the cargo net. And there's a special trick that Mike Snow from season 1, 2, and 3, and this season he'll be on again, gave me a little tip. When you get to the bottom of the cargo net, you can turn your body around. Some people tried this on the show last night, and then crawl up, because it's easier to go up and forward on a cargo net than it is to go down. So you're going to take your legs out, put them back in, take them out, put them back in, and it's a bit harder. So, little tip and trick, if you get to a cargo net, you've got to go down and up again a little bit. You can turn your body around. You've got to practice it though, because you can't get your legs stuck, and almost a shoe came off, and I think a shoe has come off before on that obstacle. And then you start crawling up, and then you just drop your back, or drop your feet onto the safety platform. Much easier than going feet and then having to haul your upper body weight over to the safety platform. Bridge of Blades, another fast twitch legs obstacle. You can't touch it with your hands, so you have to keep your hands up, and that has gotten a lot of people before, me included. Then we had the hardest obstacle of the night. Clearly, it was the doorknob drop. We haven't seen this obstacle before. It was going across, and we have some doorknobs here. I specifically put them up because of this obstacle. Doorknob drop, you got to get across these doorknobs, and the first part of it was you got to reach for the second doorknob. And we saw somebody who was an Ironman, really great athlete on his own. He just hadn't been on obstacles really, and didn't know how to really reach to get to that second one before going all through them. Tash Sergey did really well on these, but the doorknob drop was hard, and it got a lot of ninjas. We had Troy Cullenfall, Ryan Solomon, Matthew Marazita, who's just really good actually. He's improved heaps. And we also had Josh O'Sullivan, a crowd favourite, fall here as well. But I think most of those will make it into the semi-finals because of their time. Following that, we had the Flying Squirrel. Wow, did we have a heck of a stack from Michael Machevsky. That was awesome. And the Flying Squirrel was really good. We have a little misconception from the commentators where something called a lâcher now. A lâcher is the French word for, correct me if I'm wrong, lâcher means to let go. So you let go in midair and then you catch again. And traditionally a lâcher, when you're starting to learn a lâcher, you got to swing and then you catch the second bar and your hips are going to be in front of you and you're going to see the bar in front of you and catch like that. And what Michael tried to do, and what Ashlyn and a lot of other ninjas who have trained a lot have figured out, is you can increase this speed, because once you get catch to here, you need to start again and build that swing before you can go for a next lâcher. But what these guys have figured out is you can swing to this point, and instead of just letting go here and gliding through, you kick your heels back and then you throw your body weight forward. This is the point where they all think, oh my god, he's not going to make it, because they're now going to fall flat on your face. But these guys have figured out just enough that they need to get there, and then they're ready to go for their next swing. So they actually save a lot of time by doing this. And it is a very special trick. And only a couple of ninjas have figured this out, but it's a good one. Good one to practice. And here at Ninja Nation, we've got a lâcher bar at the back which we can adjust. So you can start small, move it to bigger, 2 meters, 3 meters. It's 4 meters between the first bar and the last bar. So we can go pretty far and work on your lâcher there. The last obstacle was the whoop wall. Fast twitch, big steps. You need big steps to get up there. And you need to plan how many steps you're going to take on that whoop wall. If you like that video, hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram or on Facebook at Ninja Australia. Ninja is about to be on TV again for Heat 2, so tune in and let's see how we go.